Hey everyone, Yokuo here, and welcome back to another episode of Yokuo Plays. Today on the agenda, finishing out Milky Way Wishes. Let's do it! Now, as you might have already noticed, we've been here. Getting some deja vu? Well, we weren't able to get something last time we were here. If you remember, there was a cannon that we couldn't launch out of because we didn't have a fire ability, or a jet, or anything like that. The situation has changed. So, let's take advantage of that. But first, we have to get through this again. So, bear with me a couple of minutes here while we get to where we are going. While we skip the words with the dialogues. Hammer makes this so much easier. Boom, dead, boom, dead, boom, dead, and my power's gone. Just have to be careful. Let that be a lesson to you, past me. Okay, and here we are, and we're almost dead. That's kind of an accomplishment. We took a lot of damage. Okay, let's grab the fire ability and do what Kirby does when he's a little hot-headed. Hot-headed? Yeah. Oh look, a whole lot of nothing important at all. You thought there'd be a power-up here. Nope. No power-up, so we're still missing one, which means we forgot something somewhere else. And that somewhere else is World 1, Level 1. And it gets worse. Summer, fall, winter. Go to the left. And there's a door. And inside the door is the ice ability that we missed. About that simple. And with that said, we have every ability. But first, we need to get out of this level. Now, I am aware that we just skipped the rest of the previous level. But this is a pretty fast little romp. And it's kind of more interesting now that we have all our powers. And since we're not having to search everywhere, you can just enjoy a quick little speed run of the level. And by speed run, I mean, what season are we in? How do seasons work like this? Why do mushrooms throw their tops? This isn't Mario's Mushroom Kingdom at all. So when I said speedrun, clearly I was lying because I don't know what I'm doing, apparently. I mean, now that I know that's where the waterfall is, I know we have to switch to winter and get through it. It's just a big ordeal. Also, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, we've played through this level once before. It's the first one we did in Milky Way Wishes. Back then we were looking for items. That was a couple of parts ago, so by all means, go check out that playthrough. It's good times. And I actually explain what's going on here. So, I mean, really, why are you watching, like, what, the 4th, 5th part of Milky Way Wishes? 4th? 3rd? Man, I don't remember. We've been in Milky Way Wishes for a few parts. Go start at the beginning. Go on, get scat. We'll see you later. For those who have been watching, well, you know what's up. You know the drill. Also, for real, I brought this up a couple of parts ago. Is that a mimosa? Is it supposed to? It's probably supposed to be orange juice, at least in the US version. But come on, it looks like a mimosa or something. And the Japanese are a lot more open about that kind of thing than we are. Also, what are you doing, partner? He's like, I am helping by attacking. He never hurt that tree until he got bounced over close to it. I don't understand what goes on with the AI with the partners sometimes. I don't get it, guys. I don't. I'm trying to make something happen here. There it is. That's a fun little glitch of sorts. If you hit the star piece rod thing at just the right time, you make yourself disappear. As long as you're using mirror ability and you're splitting like I just was. You make yourself disappear and you're just gone for a second. It's probably just a frame-specific kind of thing. Not so much a glitch, but it's neat. Okay, meanwhile in this level we have a story. Nova says ready, because I collected all the thingies. I will grant you one wish. Well, I want a controlled pop star! Okay, 3, 2, 1, blast off. Wow, it worked! The sun and moon are fighting! Go find Nova! All my plans worked! Popstar is all mine! Now I can do anything! I must be going now! Oh, I was channeling like Granny Frieza from Dragon Ball Z at the end. That'll do a number on you. Meanwhile, back at Popstar. Now we just go back in, and all Kirby games have to have what is traditionally known as a bullet hell. That's what these are typically called. But since I try to keep things more family friendly, I was trying to avoid that phrasing. But that's what they're called. That's the genre. So I kind of went over the controls there just so you all could see what was up. It's pretty straightforward. Don't run into anything. It's very unforgiving when you run into anything. And some of the blasts are pretty hard to see. I mean, as far as bullet hell type games go, this one, it's not hard, but it definitely follows the tropes and rules. Like, I'm almost dead already. Now, of course, I didn't realize that when I was playing, so I just randomly died and was a little frightened by the fact that I had already died. And that's why the game was so nice with giving you one-ups, because here, you're gonna need them. If this is your first time playing, you're definitely going to need it. You're not going to be quite prepared for this. But all Kirby games kind of have this little shooter section, and this game is no exception. Milky Way Wish is technically the last full game in Kirby Superstar. It's not the final challenge, but it's the last full game. So this is where we get our kind of big boss of the game. We get our shooter section, and then we get our big boss Marx, who, if you saw him in the cutscene a little bit ago, heavily reminds me of Nightmare from Kirby's Adventure, only goofier. Nightmare was crazy looking. Go take a look at my Kirby Adventure playthrough under Mario Let's Play. Forgot the name for a second. Under Let's Play, go take a look at that. Okay, and we have a shooter-style boss fight now. Pretty easy as far as fights go. You just have to beat these things up and get through it. No harm, no foul. So far, pretty simple, right? It's speeding up. And now we're going backwards. Backwards. Yeah. Which is still no big deal until we get to this one, where you're pretty much guaranteed to take a hit. And you have to get through it because it's just going to keep going backwards. I'm pretty sure that if you don't make it through, you will get crushed and you will die. And that is bad. Very, very bad. And with that taken care of, we are now at the final battle. Against, you know, not Nightmare. But first, we have to get abilities in order, and since this is a boss fight, I can't open my menu. It's kind of an oversight on their part, really. It'd be very, very helpful to actually be able to access the menu and all the abilities instead of scrolling through one at a time. But it's a really minor complaint as far as gameplay goes. This fight is interesting, and there's a bit more to it than the Nightmare fight in Kirby's Adventure. A lot of it's similar, but as you can see, he's got a couple of different attacks that he likes to use, and his design is much more Kirby-like than Nightmare ever was. He's also a lot easier than Nightmare. If you look, he's almost dead already. Then again, so am I. But it's very fast-paced. I do believe if you die in this battle, you resume at this part of the battle. You don't have to start from the very beginning. So, no redoing the bullet shooter section. And Marx teleports like I teleport, playing as Zelda in Smash. I am now frozen, and I am one hit away from dead. I am legitimately going to die if I get hit one more time. Which is why I chose Stone. I can protect myself against things like this. And my partner's dying, so he's going to be no help. So, once again, Stone protects me from getting hurt. We're both one hit from dead. I can maybe take a hit and survive, but not likely. I'm not going to chance it. Make Rocky immediately get an ability and run into him for the kill. And we made it! And that's all there is to Milky Way Wishes. As the machine thing that grants wishes explodes. I know it has a name, but I'm not sure what it is either. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, with that, the sun and the moon stop fighting, Popstar is saved, and we've beat the last main game of Kirby Superstar. Kirby takes a nap, goes to sleep all happy because he can, dream again because the sun and the moon aren't fighting. I think how the story goes is it messes up the day and night cycles, and everything's just too chaotic, and obviously if something's going wrong, Kirby has to fix it. So, that's all there is to Milky Way Wishes, and this time, unlike with the other games, we get actual credits, which further implies this is the last actual game. Up next time is the Arena, which is the boss rush mode, basically. We'll tackle that. It'll be a who's who of bosses, and it's an interesting challenge. But for now, final thoughts on Milky Way Wishes. It's really interesting. I love the fact that you have a menu. I love the fact that you can pick whatever ability at whatever time. And if you know what abilities are where, you can pick what levels to do, which levels will give you the best abilities. So by all means, manipulate that. Some of these Kirby designs are pretty interesting, like the CG designer for the model. Even though this is not a 3D designed game, these are sprites. It's kind of charming. So if you know what you're doing in Milky Way Wishes, you can very easily manipulate the system, get the abilities that you really want to get, and go from there. That's about all I can really think of to say as far as this game goes, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing really else to mention. The only thing I will mention is that the Arena does not have credits. It is more like a mini-game, like the punching thing and the shooting thing from earlier that I can't remember the names of right now. But it's more like those instead of like this, where it has a full game and a story and a final boss fight. Although it does have a final boss fight, but it really doesn't at the same time. I believe the DS remake of this game expands on that a little bit, but I'm not sure because I've never actually played the DS version of this game. But maybe someday. Meanwhile, the credits are kind of lagging out, and worst of all, we lose some footage right about now. I don't know what happened. Something gave, and I lost the rest of the credits starting from here. There's about 4 or 5 more minutes, maybe, probably less, of credits, and then the game says something about, but wait, there's more, like a really bad infomercial. And then you unlock the Arena. So pretend you're seeing all that right now. And on the next part, we will tackle the Arena in full, and we'll just kind of go from there. So until then, this has been Yokuo Plays. Feel free to like, to leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't. Let everyone know about this. Seriously, spreading the word helps. We always appreciate that. And we will see you here next time for kind of the final part of Kirby Superstar. Wait and find out. Until then, see you later. Bye.